I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. Walter Cosmic joins us. Hi.
Hello.
Hey, appreciate you coming on. Tell the folks out there who you are. Introduce yourself.
Okay, so my name is Walter Cosmic. Call me Walter or Cosmic or Water if you can say the L. Like some of my friends actually call me Water because they cannot say the L, and I make the fun of that I'm the freaking water in what you drink. Well, yeah. I'm a Twitch streamer. I'm the lead developer on Codename Ed, and it's a video game that I'm making on Unreal Engine 5. And about the streams, I stream variety. I stream whatever games I wanna play, basically.
Absolutely. Now we are going to talk about that game and how it's come about. First of all, how did you get about starting VTubing in the first place?
I saw in like 2020 or 2021 when VTubers, like English VTubers, were starting to pop up. I saw some clips and I thought, okay, fine. Then a year later, I met and made a couple of friends that are VTubers. So I thought, well, why not try this? And then I started to figure out the model, what I like. I like Mass Effect. I like Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Sci-Fi team, Galaxy team. Bada boom, bada boom. That team was born, and then one of my friends started to call me a bunny.
Yeah.
I don't know why. She doesn't want to explain why. So I thought, yeah, a bunny is a good animal, and boom, then the model was born.
Yep, it all just kind of came together for you at that point, huh?
Piece by piece, yes.
So tell me about this game that you've been working on and developing. First of all, what's the title?
It doesn't have a title yet because it's on early production. It's basically on pre-production yet.
Yeah.
But so currently it's thanks, Doug. It's basically the code name is Athena because the story is around in like the Greek goddess of Athena. If you know the lore, the story.
Oh,
if I remember correctly, Athena is the goddess of warriors or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
If I remember correctly, I may be wrong.
Yeah.
Don't crucify me in the comments, please.
No,
like,
no, no.
So that I basically planned out when I played Metro games, if you know the Metro games, aka Metro Last Light, Metro 2033,
Right.
and Metro Exodus, they are kind of like Fallout games, but like much darker and much more, I say, seriously. And I wanted to I wanted to make up a game that would fit into that setting, but of course on my own twist and my own my own ideas for that. And yeah, it basically was born out to make a post-apocalyptic setting and post-apocalyptic game.
Oh, I love those post-apocalyptic type things, and I recently got into Fallout again here recently. I played the first two millions of years ago, and then was able to play 3 in New Vegas and enjoyed that quite a bit. Is it going to be along those Is it going to be along those lines as far as gameplay is concerned?
It's gonna be it's gonna be similar to Fallout, but there's not gonna be like third person, or it's only gonna be a first person shooter game.
Okay, so you do pick up things along the way, though.
Yeah. Like it's inspired like the games and the stories that I like. It's inspired. I like to think there's two ways of how I got inspiration, and two ways. There's the levels and the environments for those. There's the different inspiration. There's the Metro series and the Fallout series, and then the story is inspired by Attack on Titan, Cyberpunk and Mass Effect 2, and some of the World War II stories that I endure, like Lauri Törni. It's a very known Finnish soldier because I'm from Finland. I want that in.
Yeah.
And I like, and Simo Häyhä is also, I think he was one of the, he is or was the most deadliest sniper in humanity history. And I just love history in a nutshell. So
Yeah.
I wanna appreciate that into my own game.
Oh, cool. That's it. So the story itself, is it something that you've had in cooking around for a while? And have you always wanted to be somebody who wanted to put a game together?
How long I have to have the idea for it? I would say like 4 to 5 years. Like I started to figuring out like pieces of that. I like thought my like when I played the first when I played Metro Last Light. Yeah, when I played that on the first time, I was like, how about if I would wrote this, how I would do that, and then it just I pick up pieces from that, like din, like small pieces, and then and now I'm writing the story like actively. And what was the other question?
So you've been kicking it around for a little while, and finally got it all together. Did you study to do this to have the ability to do it, or was it something that you were already pursuing?
I'm it's a learning process currently that I'm it wasn't it I liked stories like from a small baby kid to this from today. Like I never learned it because I didn't know how. I am dumbass, yes, I say that.
Oh,
Still like
you're way ahead of 99.99% of the people in the world, so don't worry about that.
yeah, but like there's a good and hell of a good example for like up and coming writers or up and coming story writers. I presume most people here know the film director Christopher Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't go to film school to learn film. He just filmed. He just filmed movies and movies and movies and write it. And that's basically I'm doing that with my own game. That I'm writing it because I want to create a story that people are enjoying.
Yeah, and that sounds like to me you're also writing from something that you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
So this is it tough sometimes to when you're putting it together to realize that you're not so much doing the game for yourself as for someone else?
Yes, like for a hobby, it's a good way to this is a very good way to example or give an example. You're doing a hobby you're doing like an artistic hobby or whatever hobby you're enjoying, but you don't know if that like if you are artist or whatever or video editor for a hobby, you don't know if other people enjoy it. So it's a challenge, but like when the story is basically finished, I'm gonna send few copies on to my friends to read that, give their opinions about it. How is it? Is it too rough or is it too child friendly or whatever? Like I wanna hear other people's like the people that I consider friends, their opinions about it. That is it good? Is it okay? Whatever.
Yeah, you don't want to get too insular with it because you want the other people to want to play it too.
Yeah, like I'm not making a game only to play myself. No thanks. I want other people to play it, and like the thing is, I want this game to be first on the trilogy. I want 3 games, 1 and 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And then few other games on that universe.
Yeah.
It's not same. Don't worry, people who are listening to this. It's not same as Marvel, like cinematic universe. There's not gonna be like 20 games or like whatever.
Right.
There's probably like only gonna be like 5 games, maximum like 6, like 3 spin-offs or whatever. Like, but I liked the Cyberpunk Edge Runners show or Code Geass' OVAs. They are spin-offs on the mainline series or the game.
Yeah. So
So that gives in the same sentence that gives the writers and for me the writer the good leads away to take the story away from the main character and have fun with that.
yeah, yeah. You get kind of free reign at this point, and everything's kind of in front of you. You could take it any direction that you'd like. Have you
Mm.
been, well, as you put this together, are you finding more ideas creep into your head as you go, or and how does that creative process work? Um,
The
have,
yeah, the best way I would say to take inspiration is to either the best way to take inspiration is to uh, consume the things that you enjoy, consume new things, like consume new games to take if you're writing a game or novel or manga or whatever or comics, whatever. Consume like the things that you enjoy. Like I'm playing quite regularly or watching like Metro games,
Mhm.
like rewatching them and how they were played, etc. Like I wanna I take inspiration from like those things that I enjoy, and I try to like also take inspiration that I don't enjoy to see like take a new eye to what's the things that I don't enjoy in new perspective.
Yeah, yeah. Give a different set of eyes on it to see how
Yeah.
other
Yes.
folks look at it, because you can get biased toward your own work,
Yeah.
and something that you enjoy may not be something that a lot of other folks would for sure be involved with. Um,
Yes.
Especially the first time around that you're putting one together. Uh, have you found that it's been baby steps all the way, or have you been able to take some big leaps in putting this together?
I would say both. Like the biggest process and the biggest difficulty is creating the world. That is the problem. Like I can do everything. I can learn like coding. I can learn like making 3D model. I can do that fine. That's I don't want to sound cocky as hell, but that's easy part
Mm,
compared to like writing the story and making the environment look interesting. That it's not just freaking like those dead games that you see on Arrival, like Concord or Redfall or whatever those dead games that are no way in the like they have no future.
mm,
I just like yeah. The most difficult part is writing the story and making the map, like the levels where the player is,
yeah,
the interesting part.
yeah. Well, sounds like you got a great head start on this, and you're really gonna see this through. Um, how do you keep from being distracted? I know you mentioned consuming other games and maybe getting some inspiration from those, but how do you keep on track and not throw yourself way off just because you see something else?
Yeah, like I have my own. Well, I have would use from like a Google Note or something like that. But I keep like my tabs on a private Discord. Like I write what things needs to be done, what what uh, what things are missing or whatever. Like this needs to be fixed. This needs to be fixed. This needs to be done. And like my whatever I'm playing or consuming or whatever, my main goal is to if how this mechanic will fit into my game. Like for example, in the newest Call of Duty, there's a body shield mechanic in the multiplayer,
Okay.
and I don't know if I'm adding that, but I'm thinking that like that my like it's basically fun side to my brain is basically switched to that to my own game to
Mm,
thinking like what things I want in that.
that's
It's like it's a light switch, Barry, in a
yeah,
nutshell.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, have you got an end already figured out for this game, or is it kind of in flux? Have you changed the the finish line every once in a while on what your project is going to do.
Let's. I'm gonna let. I'm gonna answer this vaguely. Yes and no. I have
Mm.
few endings that are in my mind that I'm gonna do or not do, but I'm also with the game. I'm also gonna keep the scope. This is one made project. I'm making this by myself. I'm not gonna make this. The game is not gonna be like 20 hours or 15 hours long because I would be dead from the workload.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be around like 5 to 7 hours of a camp like story game,
Hmm.
and possibly if people enjoy, maybe there's gonna be a co-op DLC. I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it like few endings that I'm gonna throw out. There's not gonna be like choice based because that probably will be hella difficult to write.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. You don't want to keep adding things to it as you're going, and you keep pushing the finish line further and further away. You'll never get to the finish line.
Mm.
Yeah. It's the as far as the gameplay itself. What steps are you taking to give it that replayability, where people want to come back and try it again?
I would like to make the levels interesting to explore. The game is semi-linear. Oh, and that means some of the levels are open-ended, like you can explore a little bit. It's not open world, no. Crying loud, no.
Yeah.
Like there's all like open open levels. Like you can explore. You can go. Okay, I'm gonna sound like a Todd Howard, but you can go into that build, like random building, explore that.
Right.
If there's like a interesting like if you're into story games and into the game story and into the game's lore, you will like it probably.
Hmm.
I'm going to try to make that side missions are like into that they fit into the world. They are not gonna be like Ubisoft's side quest that go there, kill those,
Yeah.
grab that, and go back.
Yeah.
No, I wanna make the side quest interesting.
Yeah.
There are like, and yeah, there's probably, I'm not 100% sure yet, but there's probably gonna be like few collectibles in that fit into games. You can collect to. There's gonna be a merchant character that sells you guns that you can collect to him for like special things that he wants, and
Yeah.
then he will give you the player a specific upgrade for that gun.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like to me you got it all surrounded. Um.
Yeah,
And uh, how tough is it to keep other people from sticking their fingers in your pie? When people realize you're doing a game, says you should do this, you should do that, you should add this to it. How do you keep them out of the picture?
I'm always open for ideas because I think letting other people hearing your ideas it doesn't matter if it's for the content or for making a game or whatever. People should be open ideas, but I'm not going to like the game. Like the games taking place in like the normal before the world in that game's lore, before the games before the world gone to shit, aka
Yeah,
nuclear war.
right.
It's gonna based on 2009. I'm gonna base the people around like on 2009. There's not gonna be like crazy like people from today on that game. I wanna like I appreciate ideas, but if the idea doesn't fit into the game story or whatever the case is, I'm just gonna say no.
Yeah,
Maybe in a different game that I'm throwing ideas, yes, but not to this one. This is gonna be mature rated game or 16 aka R rated, whatever is in the
what,
other
what,
countries.
yeah,
But here in Finland, it's 16. Anyway,
good. And
if the idea doesn't fit the game, I'm gonna say no.
yeah, that's good. That's good. As it keeps your mark on it, and you don't want to have too many things you're trying to put in the game at once, and especially I imagine with your first one, you kind of
Yep.
You
Yep.
kind of really want to make it cut and dry what you want to do with it. So your other
Mm.
VTubing activities, what types of things will we see on your stream?
Yapping, games, games. Uh,
What?
like I'm, I like sometimes what I have heard from friends that I talk to sometimes I talk too much of like games lore and not necessary details.
Mm,
Like if I know something about like the game's developer, I will accidentally talk about that.
yeah.
It's just that I like to yap around a lot. I like to talk a
Yeah.
lot.
Well, I mean, that's
So
you still have to talk once you're online because you got to have some type of rapport with the people who have tuned in to you.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Uh, but like I like, and then there's the thing that I'm viewers raccoon. I'm looking at you specifically. That I sound like a kremling or gobbling when I stutter with my speech.
Oh no, 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 no! Don't get yourself down like that. Sounds just fine. Sounds absolutely
But
fine.
I have already grown to like accept that. Yeah, I probably sound like.
Well, I tell you, it's great to hear that you've got such a vision and you're working towards it diligently. If you keep up at this pace, when do you think we'll see a demo?
Uh, because I'm not a freaking EA or Activision. The demo is probably gonna come closer to launch because it's probably gonna be only like level cut from the rest of the game.
Right?
And I wanna make the game first like completely, and then there's gonna be the playtest. I'm gonna say when they are on my X or Twitter.
Hmm. That's a
But timeline wise, I would say like I'm planning for like the game's full release like 2029 or 2030 or
yeah.
2028 or something like that. So in the same year
Mm.
when the game launches, there's gonna be a demo.
Now, folks may say, "Well, that's a ways away," but it's not like you have a team of 1,000 people working on it.
Nope,
Yeah,
nope.
you're putting this together and it's your baby all the way
Yeah.
through here. So you want
Well,
to make
yeah, like if like a game company that is about like 30, 40, 50, 60 people or 70,
right.
the game would be probably done in like a few years, like in 2 years probably. I don't know,
Yeah,
but like since I'm doing this alone, I'm giving myself big leeway with the release.
yeah. You're your own boss.
And yeah,
So if you got to crack the whip, you got to crack the whip on yourself and make sure everything's going the way it's supposed to. Since you've been
yes.
since you've been online, have things gone the way that you thought they were, or has it been better for you, or a little tougher than you thought?
Do you mean streaming
Yeah,
or uh well, I was the VTubing isn't my first gig with
right.
content creation.
Hmm.
I used to run. Well, I run still, and I'm started to make a comeback with my music video channel. It's
Hmm.
called Baseball. You can check it out. I used to do that in like year. Like I stopped doing that for a little while in this year because I started doing VTubing. So
Right.
I thought I want a fresh start because making music video content is kind of more. It went to it started to become boring. So
Mm,
I wanted something different, and then Beethoven went right in the right place.
yeah. Now, is that
And
is it
and
is that going to carry on
yeah,
into your game development? Are you're going to
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Basically, yes. I'm gonna do what I do in my free time is, of course, exercise and go outside that and that and that. Like everyone should go touch and grass, please.
yeah.
But like I my free time is basically is editing videos, streaming, and making the games. I do those basically. Video editing I don't do every day because I don't publish a video every day, but like on few days. But if I like in a week, I basically do this in a week. I'm making the game in every day.
Right.
But if I'm streaming, I'm doing that. I'm doing like for example, I'm the streams usually are like 4 to 7 hours,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna do like 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, depends on how long the stream is, making the game, and then if there's some video editing, then on the same day I do that before the game development. So
Well,
it's I have quite the busy days, I
yeah,
would say.
absolutely, absolutely. But are you enjoying yourself with it?
Yes, absolutely. I'm a guy that if I don't enjoy something, I'm not gonna do it. If I don't enjoy some game, like if I don't enjoy games that I don't just play them. Simple as that.
Yeah, you're answering to no one but yourself as far as that goes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, well, sounds like to me you got a great plan going on, and I can't wait to see how this is gonna turn out in the end. We'll keep an eye on what's going on, and you keep us updated on what's going on. Okay?
Sure.
Absolutely, appreciate it. That's Walter Cosmic. Now we're gonna have links to what Walter's got going on in the description for this particular video, and if folks want to find out what you have happening, they can just tune in there, and you'll give regular updates on your streams on how the game is going, won't you?
Probably not like on this year. Like if people wanna ask, yes, I will answer. But like probably like next year, I'm gonna start like more revealing stuff because it's probably on a better schedule. Like I started the games development on this year's June. Yeah, June. So it's very early. So basically, I don't have yet nothing quite. I have few early work in progress levels,
Ah,
but I said just early work in progress.
all right.
They're basically pre-alpha, I would say. So
Well,
yeah, there's kind of like no point yet to
yeah,
share anything, but yeah.
yeah. Well, folks, keep an eye on what Walter Cosmic's got going on because it sounds like it's going to be a fun project and a fun game once it's out and released. And also check out what Walter's doing online in the meantime. We'll have that again up in the description for the video here. Walter, thank you so much for coming on, and I hope that you find the all the right tools in the right places to get this dream of yours done.
Yes, I hope so too.
Thanks for coming on.
I was happy to be here.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.